Well, unfortunately, YouTube doesn't want to play this morning. So I did that multiple times. It worked every time, but now it doesn't want to work, so oh well. The words to that song, if you've never seen this song before, it's called Let It Be Said of Us, or Let It Be Said of Who I Am. And it's some really interesting words that kind of go along with our lesson this morning, talking about who we really are and who we should be seen as, not just who we are seen as, but who should we be seen as. We live in a world that promotes education and knowledge to the nth degree. Everything is about learning in this state or in this country. And we tell our children how important it is to be learning. And even television indoctrinates the importance of learning and knowledge. We see this little thing here, this little blurb here, and I don't know if it'll work. Ray, you want to, can I hit the, yeah, I can hit it. Your mind must flower, it's great to learn, because knowledge is power. Yay. Did you hear what he said, what she said? Knowledge is what? Power. What is that message saying to people? What does it say to you, first of all? What does that say to you? Knowledge is power.
Smart people rule.
Ah, smart people rule. Okay, the more you know, the more you can do. Well, how important is knowledge in our life?
It tells you the things you can do, too.
Okay, it can tell you the things you can't do. How important is it? Very important? Sure, it's very important. Would you say it's the most important thing for us?
No.
It goes along with everything else. It should be important.
Should be important to us? How's the world value knowledge? How does our world around us value knowledge? Varies. In this country, how do we value knowledge? Higher education, keep learning,
Get a special title if you're a doctor.
you get a special title. I'm an MBA, I should have a special title too, so, right? How do we as Christians value knowledge? Or have you even thought about that? How do Christians value knowledge? Depends on the knowledge you're talking about. Lesson today is on self-restrictions on liberty, and we're going to take it from 1 Corinthians chapters 8 and 9. Chapter 8 is a fairly short chapter, 9 is a little bit long, but in this, Paul continues his response to the concerns of the Corinthians. They had written him a letter, and he's responding to them. And one commentary I read said there's 6 topics that he'll address. Last week we touched on 2 of them. What were they? In chapter 7, what were the 2 topics that he addressed? They were concerns of the church. What were they? Marriage and? Nope. I had to look again too, because I'm like, wait a minute, 2? Marriage and? Unmarried. Being single. Those are the 2 groups he talks about, the married, the unmarried. In other words, those that are betrothed or haven't decided to marry yet. That was the concern of theirs. And so Paul goes through a whole bunch of different other topics associated with that, talking about marriage, divorce, about death, about all these different things. And all of them settle down to one final statement. What was that? In all these situations, you are to, or you should, stay where you're at. Stay where you're at. You're married? Stay married. You're not with your spouse anymore? Stay without your spouse anymore. You're betrothed and you're single? Stay single. You feel you need to get married? Then get married. But stay as you are. That was his message to them. That was his response to their concern. And so today he's going to continue on with a third question that they have. In chapter 8, he's dealing with an issue that most of us will never deal with. Now, concerning food, I mean, we all deal with food, some of us better than others, or worse than others, but it's a little different. Food offered to idols. We know that all of us possess knowledge. That seems kind of like a weird setup there, but he says food. Our country doesn't deal a whole lot with this issue or see problems with food and idols and all this stuff, but we're just a small part of the world, aren't we? There's other countries that still deal with issues regarding food and religion, okay, or beliefs. When I was working, I don't work anymore, I'm lazy. When I was working, I ended up having to travel around the world. I went all sorts of places. And one of the places I went was India. And first time I went there, I found out real quick, the province I was in India, Maharashtra, I think is how you say it, something like that. The city of Mumbai, which used to be called Bombay. When I got there, I found out that they don't eat meat. Everything's vegetarian. Yeah. And so, okay, I like vegetables, unlike some people. I like vegetables. And so after a week of eating these spicy vegetables, okay, I was ready to come home. My stomach was a little topsy-turvy, but I made it through, and I came home. And then a couple years later, the boss comes to me and says, I need you to go back to India. Oh, please, no. All right, I'm going to India. But you know what? I'm smarter than that. I'm packing my suitcase full of jerky. And my travel partner, she's like,